Jesus responded to the tree. Okay? Jesus, another translation says, Jesus answered it and said. So the tree was talking to him. Now, this is something I think we need to realize. There's things in our lives that challenge us. There's things in our lives that are like, oh yeah? You think you're going to go on with, you think you're going to get a miracle, you think you're going to go deeper with God. And these distractions, these things in our lives, like with Cyndy, this emotional thing in her life, it's like a blockage. It's in the way. You're trying to be a fruitful Christian for God, but there's something in the way. Okay? That's what this tree was, a fruitless tree challenging Jesus. Like, what are you going to do about it? Well, Jesus answered it and said, no one's going to ever eat fruit from you again. All right, now, look at the next verse. I want to show you this because this is going to place you in the big picture. Verse 15, when they came to Jerusalem, Jesus went into the temple and began to drive out those who bought and sold in the temple and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. And he would not allow anyone to carry wares through the temple as a shortcut. And he taught them, saying, is it not written, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have made it a den of thieves. Now, I needed to show you this because Jesus speaking to the fig tree and Jesus cleansing the temple are related. This is a theme that's going, this is the same day. Jesus told the fig tree, no one will ever eat fruit from you again. And then Jesus went into the temple and cleansed it. He was getting the fig tree out of the way. And then he was getting the hindrances to revival out of the way, out of the temple. Jesus was getting the temple ready for the outpouring in Acts chapter 2. That's the big picture. This, what Jesus did here, was that preparation. The revival couldn't happen if everyone was doing sloppy religion and doing business as usual. There had to be a cleansing. We can't be sloppy Christians doing business as usual anymore. We're going to have to straighten up, we're going to have to line up, and we're going to have to get aligned with God's purposes in order for this thing to explode.